It's a bit different from what we usually do, so but the sun's out, you know. So morning guys, we're going to do the Coxheath circular hiking walk today. It's a bit different from what we usually do, so but the sun's out and you know the weather's warm, so we thought we'd try something a little bit different. So we're going on a hike. It's about 6 kilometers, so it's a bit of a long one, but personally for the views that you know we've come across, I think it's definitely worth it. So you know, we'll give it a go. Tell us what you think. Tell us if you like it, or if you don't want to see hikes in the countryside, if you just want to see the London walks and stuff like that, let us know. But in the meantime, enjoy the walk. So after what seems like months and months of rain, it feels like spring's finally here. It's about, I think it's about 13 degrees at the moment, but the sun is shining. It's warm, there's a bit of wind, but it's warm, it's pleasant, and it's a good day to start another hike. Everywhere you look, there's blossom, grass is getting longer, the leaves are coming back to the trees. It's quite beautiful. This current walk we're on is it's known as the Coxheath circular. It's about 6 kilometres, give or take. It's got an elevation gain of 116 metres. So it does go up a little bit. But it should take about an hour and a half. Come out of the old treatment works. Well, I assume that we're going over this style, which is always fun. And I think we're in some sort of orchard, and I don't know if the camera, as good as it is, I don't know if the camera does it justice, because it's quite spectacular. It's quite beautiful. Now I know nothing about trees, flowers, anything like that, but I know what looks good, and I mean, I'm guessing this is cherry blossom. I could be wrong. I'm sure people will tell me. But whatever it is beautiful. Look at that sky. There's some bluebells down here, I think. I think that's bluebells. There's a few dandelions. And some nettles. This is the first time I've used this. This is the All Trails app, which it looks pretty good, to be fair. Gives concise mapping and information about the route, but it's the first time I've used it, so I'm not entirely sure. I'm kind of holding the phone in my hand and trying to stick to the line, but I could be going the complete wrong way, who knows. Feels like we're heading downwards. And memory serves me right, if you start heading down, you'll come to water eventually. Again, I could be wrong on this, because I'm no expert on anything, but I kind of vaguely remember somebody saying years ago, if you're lost and you head downwards, you will come to water. I mean, it's just stunning here. I couldn't have picked a better day for it. again, it looks like there's some more bluebells growing over here. If there's one thing I remember my father teaching me as a child, it was if you came to an open gate in the countryside, you should shut it. But, so I'm going to shut it, just because. Incredible view over there. I'm assuming that's facing towards Maidstone. A link to the All Trails app. I think you get a week's free trial, and then it's like 30 quid a year. But I can tell you, it's for the amount of trails it gives you. If you're really into your hiking, it's worth every penny. I've had a bit of a love affair with the English countryside since I was a kid. My dad was in the army, or the parachute regiment, and he used to take me quite often camping and hiking and trekking and stuff, and it's something that stuck with me. So I mean, I don't get out as much as I'd like to, but as I said earlier, I don't think I don't know if these cameras, as good as they are, can really show just how beautiful this countryside is. I mean, in my opinion, there is no more beautiful place on earth. But that's just my opinion, I guess. Uneven ground. So we're back on the road. Obviously always walk into oncoming traffic. They do go a bit lively around these roads. You know, keep your wits about you. I don't know if the mic's picking up all the bird song. It's relentless and it's everywhere. It's beautiful. It's a nice sound. It's a sound of peace, tranquility, which is something you don't always get. I work in in town. Yeah. And you don't always get a lot of peace up there. So this is just getting opportunities to come out and do these walks is it's good for the soul, isn't it? Good for the soul. When we get to the end of this road, we've got a cheeky little turn back, which I don't know yet if it's going to take us back into the woods or keep us on the road. Hopefully it's in the woods because it's a little less dangerous, I suppose. I mean, I quite often find myself thinking about people, 100 years ago, no cars, things like that, and they were getting around these roads either by walking or horse and cart. I don't know, I wasn't there, so I don't know what they were doing, but let's work this out where I'm going. Am I going on the road? Moment it looks like it's saying to stick to the road. Yeah, I went out Saturday night locally to here, went out for dinner, and absolutely chucking it down with rain, pitch black, and I was thinking to myself, people 100 years ago, I mean, they must have just stayed in all the time, because you wouldn't have wanted to go out in it. There's all these lovely hidden houses. I mean, these are people that must have private estate agents, so to speak. I mean, this isn't the kind of stuff you find on Rightmove. keep worrying slightly that I'm going to end up in somebody's garden. So far I managed to sort of swerve them to the side. Told you, keep coming downwards, you'll end up at water. And here it is. I mean, it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Pictures of that, shouldn't I? A couple of photos. Some dog walkers. Hello. Hello. You alright? Thank you. Thank you. very muddy. You'll have to forgive me if I overdo it with the enthusiasm for these kind of places. My better half always raises her eyebrows. She thinks I'm all a bit over the top with it, but quite frankly, I get blown away every time. There's always something new. It's always beautiful. You always spot something you've never seen before. I mean, this actual route is the first time for me, but so everything's new. But yeah, I suppose it takes me back to being a kid in a way. No, that's padlocked. I'm not going through that. But this one isn't, strangely. I see sheep. Just imagine living somewhere like this. 1768 these cottages were built. So it says up here on the stone. My house was built in 1889. So I kind of feel that there was a lot going on in Maidstone around that time. A lot of house building going on. To be fair, there's a lot of house building going on in Maidstone now, but they're not quite as pretty as these. I don't actually know if I'm meant to be walking down here. I don't think I am. It's not part of the trail, but it's sort of too good to miss. Yeah, it's telling me that I've taken a wrong turn, but you know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's about it. Beautiful. Here come those dogs. I won't call it a flood, but there's an overflow from somewhere running down the hill here. Oh, we're in Loose. It's quite sunny, so I can't actually see what the camera's picking up at this point. And here we are, walking amongst the tombstones with respect. I mean, this is why English heritage and history and everything that goes with it, it has to be preserved. You know, this is the history of a nation that's gone through so many changes, and it just needs to be, you know, cherished, looked after, cared for, loved. So, you know, now I'm babbling again. Now I could get all cocky and say this is a Tudor construction, but I don't know that it is. I mean, it looks like it could be sort of 1600s, 1500s. I could be completely wrong. So I'll say nothing and just admire how lovely it looks. Now, we are at High Banks. And it's telling me to go this way, so I'm going to go this way. Getting a bit steep now, so it is you have to excuse the old heavy breathing. I'm not as young or as fit as I once was. Stumbled across a vineyard. Oof. picking up. And that crop sprayer, let's hope I'll get off this path before he gets on it. I feel like I've sort of reached the halfway mark according to the map, but the distance doesn't quite tally up, but then I've gone off all over the place, haven't I? So like me waffling on, you could call it the ramblings of a rambler. Does it? Sorry, I don't mean to offend any ramblers. There's a lot of wine. Well, I mean, I'm assuming they're wine trees, is that right? The grapes grow on trees? Bushes? Up here. Which I'm sure you can see. But if you look to the other side, there's a whole load of blossom. Cotton? Could be cotton, I think. Do I still grow cotton, or is it synthetic? Calf muscles, what I'll tell you. feel alright. Now, I don't know what these flowers are, my girlfriend would know, but as I said earlier, flowers aren't my, they're not really my forte. Right, apparently I've got 2 kilometres remaining. Yep, this way. Oh, bluebells. Oh wow. Sorry about the sniffing. It's although it's sunny and warm, it's also a bit weirdly it's chilly in places. So and it's a bit muddy as well. Morning. Alright. I have to say that's another thing I've noticed since I've lived in Kent. That oh, hang on, which way have I got to go? This way. That unlike in London, you know, I grew up in London. I'm a Londoner, born and bred, but unlike in London, people do stop and say hello to you, or maybe not stop, but they'll say morning and stuff. And do you know what? It's not that bad. So if you can, do it. Say good morning. Smile. You know what I mean? Don't know what that stuff's called either. I'm gonna have to start checking up on my flowers and all that business, because I haven't got a clue what any of these are. I know they're pretty, but as they say around my way, I ain't got a danny what it is. So I'm sort of picking up the pace a little bit now, because we've been walking for an hour and a half and my parking's going to run out in about half hour. So I've just had to connect the battery pack, because with about 1.5 kilometres left, I think I was going to run out of power, which wouldn't do at all. Morning, right. No, the camera can't see over the top of this hedge to the right, but I can. And it's another one of those, you know, stop you in your tracks views of the countryside. Let's see if I can add a bit of video to it from the phone. If I hold the phone up, I don't know if it'll work, because nah, it's not going to work. Never mind, there'll be others. So obviously the channel for the last couple of years, we've mainly done walks in London and you know, silent walks, you know, without any talking over the top, because I know some people like talking, some people don't, and so, you know, let us know what you think of this, these country walks, these hikes, because personally I'd like to do more of them, but obviously we know we've built the channel with doing the London walks, and that's what people are subscribed to see. So, you know, let us know what you want to see. If you don't want to see hikes, we won't put on hikes. If you don't want to see drone footage, we won't put on drone footage. Oh no, I've gone the wrong way again. But do let us know, you just leave a message or a comment, or better still, subscribe if you like it. If you like all types of walking. But we run the channel for you, so you tell us what you want, and that is what we will do. I can't believe I stood in front of this kissing gate and walked straight past it because I'm not paying attention to the map. So let's try again. Later on in the year, I'm going to be going to Scotland, to the Highlands, and I'm going to be doing a driving, droning, walking tour of west of Glasgow and the Isle of Skye. So I'm looking forward to getting some good footage for that. If you've got any suggestions on where to go, what to see. I know we're going past Glencoe. I want to give climbing Ben Nevis a go. So, any advice, any suggestions, that'd be grand. So that's it. That's more or less it anyway.